extremely late night video, but I now got the chance to sit down and I want to talk about Jalen Ramsey. I want to talk about what Mike McDaniel had to say. I want to talk about some of the injuries going into Sunday's game. So without further ado, let's jump into this. What is up, Fin fans? It is late, 1 o'clock. I'm just going to upload it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to shoot it, I'm going to kaboot it, and I'm going to upload it for you guys. Just because, hey, I got some of you guys, like I've said before, and a bunch of you guys like it. And if you're seeing this Saturday morning when you wake up or anything, hope you're having a good morning. Tomorrow, the Miami Dolphins play football. Today, for me, well, yesterday, the Packers played the Green Bay Packers, played the Philadelphia Eagles, and Jordan Love's knee looked, I don't know, as of today, you probably know more than I do, being in the past, scary. Hopefully he's okay. I saw that sucker pop. Oh, it was like the last 30 seconds of the game too. Just horrible news. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, so real quick, click the link in the description. But we're going to talk about Jalen Ramsey's contract, and we are going to talk about what Mike McDaniel had to say. So obviously I made a short because I really want to kind of get it out there, be like, hey, he signed a new contract, boop, back at practice. Again, 3 years, 72.3 million, 24.1 average. His total guaranteed is 55.3 million. I don't know here, and I'll screen share. This is essentially what I have going for me right now. So I can't even give you contract details on, where's the out and all that stuff. When I get those, we'll look at it, but there's nothing here right now. Just his cap hit for this year, which is 7.9 million, which I think went down. I think it cleared up some cap space by his cap hit going down. Again, I will get you all that information when I get it. But overall, I'm happy with this. And some people are, I've read the comments on my little short or even in the posts. Because again, if I can't get to my camera, the studio, to make you guys a video, go to the community tab or go to shorts and I will post videos, little shorts there, or I will post kind of what's happening in the community tab. And some people were like, he didn't really do anything. Why did he get this? He was, in his limited time with the Miami Dolphins last year, he was one of the best corners in the NFL. Go look at his stats. Go look at when he was targeted, all that stuff. He is a very good corner. That being said, right, we don't know much about the contract details. I'm not going to overanalyze or anything, essentially things I don't know. But that being said, Jalen Ramsey said yesterday, we'll see when it comes to his availability Sunday against the Jaguars. I always want to play football. Whenever I get the opportunity, I never take it for granted. But I also got to trust the training staff and coaches and hold myself back sometimes. What I'm getting from that, he's not playing Sunday. I could be wrong, and he could surprise the crap out of us, and he could play Sunday. But for what I got from him saying that, he's not playing on Sunday. And that's the biggest difference between like Aaron Brewer and some of these other guys who are like, no, I expect to play on Sunday. And him saying, I'm going to try, I want to be out there. And if I get the opportunity, I'm going to take it. But I also got to trust the training staff and coaches and hold myself back sometimes. I don't think Jalen Ramsey is playing on Sunday. So mentally prepare yourself for Jalen Ramsey not to be playing on Sunday, which kind of sucks. I would like to see him out there, but it is a short week to get to Buffalo, the first Thursday night game. So if we sacrifice him not being there against the Jaguars and win a close game just by a throw, just demolishing them in the air and it's a back and forth battle, and then come the 12th, we have Ramsey back and we win decisively, I'm good with that. As long as we get 2 W's and when Ramsey's healthy and he doesn't tweak his hamstring worse, forcing himself to play a week 1 game. So McDaniel came out and he said some things. This is from Barry Jackson. It says, Dolphins McDaniels address Ramsey extension, update a couple personnel issues. Dolphins on Friday made Jalen Ramsey the highest paid corner in the NFL, but it's undetermined if he will play on Sunday. Sidelined for much of the last 3 weeks with the Team has called a hamstring injury. Ramsey was scheduled to practice at least on a limited basis on Friday. McDaniel said Ramsey would in some way, shape, or form practice on Friday. He didn't do much. This is coming from me, not from Barry. McDaniel said he doesn't know if Ramsey will play Sunday against the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. If I did know, I wouldn't tell you, but I really don't know. So we'll see. I'm happy there, and this is McDaniels. He says, I'm happy organizationally for everything we've done this offseason because it fits what we're about. And that's talking about Ramsey, Tua, Jalen, Waddle, and Tyreek Hill. He says Jalen saw a different level of player and a leader this team could benefit from, which I'm going to talk about what he had to say. He sees that the team has definitely benefited from it. Much was made of the team speech he gave on a sweaty July day, and unfortunately for him and the team, he got hurt. The real influencer on the team don't have to play to possibly affect the teammates. And let's talk about that real quick, because he came out and he said some things very interesting. And it's kind of like that no nonsense demeanor of it. And let me just pull it up as I'm sitting here rambling on, because I like what he said. And I like the fact that he made a speech and he pulled his team together and essentially was like, we need to cut the crap and we need to take advantage of what is going on here. So, here it is. Omar Kelly described Jalen Ramsey's passionate speech to the team following a training camp practice. A profanity-laced 10-minute lecture encouraging the team to stop being soft and stressing to every player on the field that if they wanted to be his teammate, they needed to adapt a bully mentality. He also goes on and talks about the fact that Ramsey told his teammates that approach his Super Bowl winning Las Vegas Rams team had the year they won it. The gist of the message was that the days of the Dolphins being pushovers and folding when adversity hits were done. It was a message McDaniel had encouraged all his team leaders to demonstrate to their peers and their own terms, however they saw fit. So I like that. I like that he came out and he said that, and he's holding his guys accountable and essentially saying to them, look, we got to stop this. And I kept talking to you guys about this throughout the past 2 weeks, how the Dolphin players feel it. They know it. They hear it. Can't play in the cold. Can't play at the end of the year. Can't play against winning teams. Can't play in prime time. They hear it. 24 years. They hear it. They know it. They're sick of it. Jalen Ramsey comes out, one of the team leaders, and he's not the only one, because Tua Tagovailoa in an interview was talking about the fact that if you can't take harsh criticism, not harsh criticism, but if you can't take the criticism and it hurts your feelings, that's maybe this isn't for you. And again, I know there's going to be people who like Tua saying that's kind of hypocritical because he couldn't take harsh criticism. If you think what Brian Flores did to him was harsh criticism, you might need to reassess some things. Two different things. So they're taking a different mentality there. And you could see it in the defense too, the way they're attacking the ball, the way they're playing. Hopefully this turns a wheel for them and turns something around where when December comes and when we're in the playoff hunt and when we have to go to Green Bay and go to Cleveland and go to Houston, we win those games. And people are like, this isn't the same Dolphins. They just won the AFC East and they got this, like, it's different. So I'm happy with that mentality. McDaniel addressed other issues on Friday. Liam Eichenberg will start at right guard on Sunday. Aaron Brewer said he's ready to return from hand injury. He will start at center against Jacksonville. Eichenberg has been filling in for center during Brewer's absence. So it seems like it's Teron Armstead, Robert Jones, Aaron Brewer, Liam Eichenberg, and Austin Jackson. McDaniel said the team goes over all illegal formations with players. Baltimore was called for illegal formations several times in Thursday's opener. Please, let's not get penalized again. No mistakes. Go back and watch the preview. No mistakes. With two games in 5 days, what the Dolphins consider NBA like loaded management this week. You're looking at Mr. Load Management, bro, is what McDaniel joked about. In all seriousness, McDaniel said players have noted that this is the hardest they've practiced. This week, veteran Calais Campbell and Teron Armstead had Wednesday off from practice. It's very important to me to earn their trust, to know that we'll push them while also managing their load during the week. But there's nothing to suggest that Miami would hold down snaps of healthy players to preserve them for Thursday's game against Buffalo. Thursday night's games are an extension of what Friday is in a normal week, is what McDaniel said. So essentially, they're trying to work with a load management with going from Sunday to Friday. Thankfully, the Dolphins don't have to travel to Buffalo, and that's where we kind of got the benefit there. And again, we head to Seattle, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days to head to Seattle versus just 7. So we get those extra 2 days and, all that jazz, and then again, we come back from Seattle and when we play the Tennessee Titans at home on Monday, we get an extra day. So it sucks to have to travel to the West Coast and it sucks to play the Thursday game, but the way they lined up, it kind of helps the Dolphins. Kind of hurts Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's playing home against Arizona, but again, 125 to 85 is the home record of teams that have played on Thursdays. That's a whole 40 win swing to the home team. But it's gonna be interesting, and I think that's another reason you won't see Jalen Ramsey on Sunday. I think the Dolphins feel confident in Ethan Bonner and in Kendall Fuller and in Kader Kohu and in Storm Duck, and possibly will bring up Nick Needham from the practice squad, and they probably feel confident in those guys to hold down Kirk and Thomas Jr. and Gibson. Is it Gibson? Off the top of my head, he was with the Bills. I think it was Gibson. Hold them down while Ramsey gets ready for the Bills, which, yes, the Jaguars game's important because it's a conference rival and it does affect playoff seeds and all that stuff. So you want to win every game, but the Buffalo Bills game is a little bit more important. So I think that's where they're at mentally. Me personally, I don't know how I feel. I want to win every game, but I also, if it's not a playoff game and Ramsey is 85%, I'm not pushing him to potentially hurt that hamstring more, and then we're screwed and don't have him until week 7, because we have a bye week 6. But that's what I got for you guys today. Talk a little bit about Ramsey's contract, how I feel about that. Talk a little bit about the updates to the injuries and all that stuff. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about the Ramsey contract? What do you think about Ramsey potentially not playing Sunday and playing on Thursday? Or do you think he should play both? Suck it up, Buttercup. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Miami Dolphins hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get this W. Let's head into Thursday feeling hot and ready. Also, Dolphins are wearing all whites tomorrow, which means that the Jaguars are wearing their teals. I think it's teal, the color, which, again, I wish it was their black jerseys, but it's still not white. It's going to be hot as balls. So we'll see how that pans out. But comment below, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you tomorrow. And again, to all my night owls that watch this when it's released at around 1:30, salute to you. I appreciate the heck out of you. But like usual, stay classy. Effins up.